Hello everyone, welcome to Blog Run Everything and welcome back to the channel and welcome to a return to winning ways, much needed after the disaster that was Tuesday night. Tuesday last week really left me just emotionally drained for this season, and this match didn't help either because with that 2-0 lead that Madrid took, which was very much the most questionable 2-0 lead you ever see, because first of all, it should not have been a penalty, there should have been an offside, and secondly, there should have been a foul in the build-up to that goal by Kylian Mbappe. But hey, referees don't exactly do their job when it's time to call decisions against Real Madrid. We saw it in the Copa del Rey final, seeing it here again, and for me, it is a bit concerning because it's starting to be a trend where Barca doesn't get decisions which end up costing them in a game. I mean, we saw that just against Inter, right? Gerard Martin, clear foul, wasn't given, Inter equalized, extra time. You know how the rest of that goes. Anywho, it was good to see the team bounce back from that 4-3 loss with a 4-3 win. Now, I don't know if I'll be able to do this again for another season, watching the team concede so many goals having to come back from multiple goals down. I don't know if I'll be able to do that again for a whole season, so Flick has to fix that, otherwise my heart is going to age by decades over the next couple of seasons, and I am not ready for any of that. But what matters is that despite, against all odds, against all poor refereeing decisions, against all Mbappe hat-tricks and all of that, Barcelona are now just one more win away from securing the La Liga title. And just imagine if we could do it once again at the home of Espanyol like we did, a couple seasons ago with Xavi. Of course, this time around we won't have the satisfaction of relegating our only, real, Catalan rivals in the league. It won't happen this time around, but we can at least still win La Liga on their ground, and maybe this time when we celebrate on their ground, they won't take it too personally like the last time when there was, pitch invasions and all sorts of nonsense. Hopefully this time around as well, the stewards and all those people do their jobs. But yeah, it's a match review. I'm supposed to do things like give you negatives and positives, and also, give a team rating as well as manager rating and pick a man of the match, and I don't really feel like doing that right now. Actually, to be honest, I just feel like stewing in this win. It's been, like I said, it's been quite an emotional last 7 days as a Barca fan. The emotional roller coaster has been, taking us for one heck of a ride, and I won't pretend at 2-0 down, I did feel like, is this just going to be the season thrown away? Because we know that this team is tired. They've played extra time on at least 2 occasions over the past, 14 days. It's been a lot of football that they've played, and it wouldn't be a surprise at all if that took a toll on them late on and they were not able to see out the season. But like I said, fortunately that 2-0 lead, in hindsight, it very much was not deserved by Real Madrid, because they should not have had those 2 goals count. We will not come down off of that hill. This match should have finished 4-1 and not 4-3. But we all know it's still going to be Real Madrid who will come out making videos complaining about refs and accusing refs of favoring other teams. So we'll keep it moving, yeah? We'll keep it pushing. We'll keep on focusing on the bigger prize that is La Liga. Just one more win for Barcelona here is going to do the job, because it's 3 more matches and there's a 7-point gap. For those of you who are struggling with the math, okay? It's because there are 3 more matches, meaning there's just 9 more points up for grabs. So in order to maintain the 7-point gap, Barca needs at least 2 points in the remaining games. So if they win a game, we should give them 3 points. It'll be enough, right? So that was just to make sure that even all the slow people are caught up what's happening. And of course, I had to come dressed for the Real Madrid funeral, you know what I'm saying, in the black fit. Finally we get to wear this jersey and say that, because I won't lie, I was planning to do that in the Inter match review, but we all know how that went. Anywho, Do let me know your thoughts though in the comments. What did you think of the performance from the Barca players, from the Real Madrid players, especially the referees? Because those are like Real Madrid's 12th man, even when they're away from home. But now that is 4 wins in 4 El Clasicos for Hansi Flick this season. He's beaten Real Madrid away from home. He's beaten them at home. He's beaten them in a neutral venue. He's beaten them even far, far away. Beat them at home, away, far away, and far, far away. That's what somebody said, that's funny. And I take that as mine now. I've claimed it because I said it in front of a camera. And I'm shameless. Anywho, let me know your thoughts here on everything and what has been, I would say, a very good debut season for Hansi Flick. It's a shame that he won't get to play in another Champions League final. We hope that might be the case next season. Maybe we reach Champions League final then. We'll wait and see if that happens. And by the way, I will need the referee to explain to me exactly how the handball rule works. Because if you're going to disallow Fermin's Golazzo for that handball, then why are you not giving a penalty for Tchouaméni's handball? Is Tchouaméni allowed to be a goalkeeper in the box? He blocked a goal-bound effort with his hand, which was not in a natural position. It was like right here next to him, by the side. Not a natural position. So please, I will need the referees to explain. But of course, that will not happen because it was a decision that went in favor of Real Madrid as opposed to against Real Madrid, which, like I said, decisions go in favor of Real Madrid. If you've watched any Clásico over the last 3 years, you would have seen that. Remember Lamine Yamal's disallowed goal at the Bernabeu? That's what happens. But anyhow, that is that. We'll leave that just, in the past. We won't talk too much more about that. Let's just focus on the fact that 4-3 final score. Win for Barcelona. 1 more win. The Liga is ours. And we can go on holiday and, play all these people. By the way, whose number 35 do you think is worse? Barca's or Real Madrid's? Because tell you what, that Real Madrid number 35 today looks completely lost. At least Barca's number 35 completely tied up Arda Güler and just, the kid was non-existent. Anyway, yeah, I'm done. Thank you all for tuning in. Do have a great day and Forza Barca.